Yeah, all right. Well, we can only describe this as the FrankenCaddy, I guess. How do you describe this? This was once an 84 Cadillac limousine, and now it's the apocalyptic wrecker truck of the future. And it is amazing. If I tell you how big this thing is, you'll never... It's impressive, let's put that way. So Mark here wanted to basically build something unusual out of what was a pretty tatty caddy limo, and I think he really knocked this out of the park. So much so, this, never know, this might be making a trip to New Zealand at some point in time. Look at this. So that was a Harvey Frost crane that was originally intended to go in the back of a Land Rover, but then it got somewhat extended into this massive thing. It's full apocalyptic spec, and if you look at all the detail work here, Mark actually wanted to show it as being stitched together. Of course, it's very properly welded, this car, strong as. Just show you inside it. Alright, no I'm not, I'll show you the other side. But if Mad Max had wrecker trucks, this is what they would drive. Look at the size of it. If you see this coming, you're moving out the way. Quite like the road lights in there too. But you can see basically every repair on it. 4x4 tyres soon too, and Recaro seats. And it's as much Mad Max on the inside as it is on the outside. Look at the door, the welded chain. Cool, isn't it? There's a load of rocker switches in here to get it to go, look. Was, once upon a time, pink. Which is even better. It is a sort of functional tow truck. I mean, you wouldn't put a rather large car on this. You just have to keep it a little bit small. But it's amazing to look at. Look at that. It's like, see the back steps on it too? This really deserves to become a film car. I really fancy the idea of turning it into one. People's mouths just hit the floor when you see this thing coming. Needs a bull bar on the front, I guess, but that's kind of it. I'll just let Mark tell you a bit about it. So Mark, where did you find this?
It was, it belonged to a mate of mine that had a limousine company many years ago, and when he gave up the limousines to pursue a music career, this and a Lincoln Continental he kept because they were his best earners at the time. I met him then, and he told me about this Cadillac that was his best earner, a lot of sentimental value with it, and he asked me if I would restore it for him to be used. Anyway, did a stack of work on it, many thousands of pounds in. The company started to take off, and he started to buy other limos. Because I was maintaining them for him, this one got left and was stood for probably about 4 years, partially stripped. Oof. Using the parts for the other, like, sister Cadillac that he had. Fast forward then, COVID kicked in. None of my customers wanted any work done. I was having a clear up, phoned him, said, we've got to get rid of this Cadillac, he's in the way. People were interested in buying it, but only as banger racing, and he said to me, could I save it? And I had the thoughts of converting it into a pickup truck. He let me have it for 300 quid if I could save it. Started making it into what was going to be a nicely painted pickup. And then my mate who was helping me had some crazy ideas as much as I did, and I decided that it was too much work to fill and get straight, so thought this was the best way to do it. It was still going to be a useful pickup truck, but then we thought it would look cool with a crane in the back, so I made an impractical, big, ridiculous vehicle into something even more impractical by filling up the usable space on it, really.
Yeah, it's the best way to save a rough limo, that's for sure.
It is, yeah.
And there's lots of these that are rough because nobody can get any space to park these things in.
No, and if you look around it now, because every repair is visible, as you can see, it was pretty straight. Bottoms of the rear doors, that corner of the rear door,
They all go
bottoms of
there.
the front doors, a couple of little patches about them, but the majority of it is the modification welding. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Oh, you may also notice as well on the rear of the wings, the back and the very fronts, they had these collapsible hard rubber things.
Bumper fillers.
Well, bumper fillers, that's it.
Yeah.
Now they had rotted away and just fell apart, so I made new sections up so the bumper actually, it still functions, but it will go inside the wings now.
Oh, cool.
Rather than collapse it.
These are always gone. This here is always gone on Cadillacs.
Terrible.
And you just end up with floating taillights and it just makes them look terrible.
So everything's done. Quite a lot of thought went into it, even though it looks rough. Massive framework in the pickup bed. Obviously all the paneling had to be swaged. There's extra strength where the crane is mounted. Yeah, it's way over engineered really for what it is.
It's a super cool thing, man. This is going to be awesome. Make a great film vehicle.
Oh yeah, it was approached for a film that was supposed to start production this year. Some post-apocalyptic thing being filmed locally, but I've never heard anything else about it, so whether it will come off, I don't know.
I think I've fallen in love with this. I think this should come back to New Zealand with me. So if you think that's the case,
Oh, definitely, yeah. If you want to take it back, it's yours.
you think
here is a very, weirdly, as ugly as it looked, and we've got to admit it is ugly.
Oh, I don't know. I like it.
I'd only ever have compliments with it.
Yeah, well, of course you
Which
should
is
do. It's cool,
really
man.
odd, yeah.
I think it's a really cool looking thing, and you never know. I might actually end up taking it back to NZ for me. But
The other crazy thing with it, of all the cars, nice cars people have, and they park in car parks and things like that, and even if you park out of the way, you will have people park close to them. This, nobody will go anywhere near this.
I might just get a living pants off people coming up behind them, wouldn't it? All right.
They probably also think they don't care. Obviously, they probably think, I ain't going to care about opening my doors into their cars, are they?
Well, that's probably the truth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, well, it's pretty cool, man. So we'll probably show a bit more of it later. But thanks very much for showing us.